Recording. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Monday night Team Up Zoom call. I'm so excited because there's so much information that I wanted to share with you tonight, and Amber Weaver and I put together this great program all around shred because it's making such an impact on health and an impact on people's businesses. And then Amber Weaver did the most amazing thing today. She wrapped up her promotion to National Marketing Director. So let's hear it. If you have a show, let's hosting you. Look at everybody with their, look, you can tell those of us that are shredding and those that are not shredding. I think some of us are drinking mock cocktails and doing a kombucha toast. So, okay, here's the deal. Amber Weaver, I mean, she is a woman who's mission-minded, service-oriented, had a dream, made it happen, and in the very near future, we are going to ask her to come on a Zoom call and share her journey to NMD because this girl's got a story. And I know she's going to want to share her story. So, Amber, on behalf of all of us here on Team Up, know that we celebrate with you. We're so proud of you, and we just can't wait to see you continue on this journey.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
We came together tonight to learn about shred, all right, because it's a program that started probably around the first of the year. Actually, it's a program that was started by Jake Kelly. And in January, Jake Kelly stood in my kitchen right here with her mother, and she started talking about this idea that she had about shredding, and she put a couple posts together, and she was the first person to make me a mock cocktail, and she was talking about kind of like her ideas around shred. And I said, have fun with it, go with it. And so I've been kind of watching on Facebook as she's been growing her shred program and becoming more and more and more excited and intrigued by the program. So let me tell you just up front, for those of you that don't know, the 10-day shred is a program where participants drink the complete 2 per day. They take the Juice Plus Trio daily. They drink half of their weight in ounces of water daily. They exercise 30 to 60 minutes most days, and they shred out of their diet wheat, gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, refined sugar, processed foods, okay? No eating after 6 p.m., okay? And getting a good night's sleep. And it's working. And about 3 months ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, Amber Weaver caught wind of shred, and it's been transformational. So Amber, tell us, okay, how you heard about it, how it came to fruition, why it spoke to your heart.
Okay, well, it's kind of neat how things happen, and so many times it's just all about timing, and we know that. And so I had a rep on our team who is a sales coordinator, and she was just kind of having a frustrating day. You know, her team wasn't really responding to her. She felt like she just was trying everything and nothing was really working. And so in that moment, she had 2 decisions. She could have said, you know what, I quit. I quit for the day, or I quit, I'm good where I'm at. Or she could have done what she did, and she went to some people that she follows on Facebook who have been successful with this company, and she just started to look at the posts that they had made. These people weren't in our local area because, you know, sometimes she's like, okay, I need to create a post. What can I do? On one of their posts, she started to see some things about this 10-day shred, and she had no idea what it was. Well, around that same time, I was in a group with another sideline buddy who had just gone to a training and had learned about the 10-day shred, and she was talking about it and had started posting, so I was seeing things there. And this rep of mine came to me and said, what is this? Can you find out what this is? So I go to my sideline buddy. Again, all the timing is playing out. and I start to learn about what the shred is. Now, I am a personal trainer and a health coach, and so I do a lot of like challenges with couples and individuals. Maybe it's a 30-day challenge or a 60-day challenge. I've done 90-day transformation challenges, and I can just tell you what's so hard is that even 30 days, guys, even 30 days, it's sometimes hard to get people to commit consistently for that long. And so you start out with a bang, you get to maybe about the 2-week time mark, and it seems like right around that weekend of the second weekend, people just want to fall off, And then there's this guilt that comes with it on their end. So I was very excited about 10 days. I thought 10 days, anyone can do anything for 10 days, and it's only one weekend. So as long as you can really find the weekend that's best for you, it's a recipe for success. That spoke to my heart. I knew that if this worked, I could help people have a quick transformation in their health. And then so kind of what we did on our team, 10 of us decided that we were going to do this together. We were not going to tell anyone that we were doing it. We made a pact. We were going to follow all the rules. We set up a Facebook page. We were going to run it just as if we were each other's customers. We were going to text each other. We were all in. We were taking pictures. It was kind of like, hands going in the huddle and yeah, let's do this. And so we did. And every single one of us, except one person, finished. Only one person did not finish, which is a really high success rate if you ever have to work with groups with nutrition. Okay, that's huge to have 90% of the group finish. 90% of us finished. 100% of us that finished had a result in 10 days. Now here's what's really cool. We were able to walk with each other on this journey, and because the pictures were a part of the puzzle, we began to see what was happening, after the 10 days. You take the picture and you start to see the results with your own eyes. And then the most incredible thing happened. We started to realize what we were shredding. And that's what is so near and dear to my heart today. And Terri actually helped me to unravel this. Guys, you are shredding junk from your diet, clearly. You're shredding habits that are maybe some unhealthy habits. You are shredding beliefs about yourself. How many people will say, I just can't do it. I've tried everything. It doesn't work. I've done every program, And so what you're making room for are these all kinds of whole food nutrition, good, clean foods in your diet. You're making room for really good, healthy habits, and you're making room for new beliefs that are empowering. All of us were on the fence about sharing these pictures. That was really uncomfortable for me. It was really uncomfortable for the group. But at the end of these 10 days, when we saw our results with our own 2 eyes, and I'm telling you, it does not happen. When I just saw my after picture, I'm like, great, there's not been a change. I mean, yeah, I lost like 4 pounds, but there was no change. When I put them side by side and I saw the difference, my mind was blown. And what I realized was that what this shred does is it helps us to shred lower level tissue, which is where fat and inflammation are clinging. So get this, if you don't need to lose weight, you're not going to, because when you are at your best healthy self, you're going to be at your healthy weight. But even people who maybe lost 1 pound or no weight, you still saw a change in their pictures because they're still shredding inflammation from the body, which is the #1 cause of disease. And so that, Terri, is really what resonated with me, that experience, and it just put me in a position where there was no way I could not share it, knowing what I know about how quickly people need to experience results.
Just this past weekend, John Blair was speaking up in Ohio, and Nancy McCarter was telling me it was the Buckeye boot camp up there. And John Blair has said that the new statistics say that the leading cause of death in the United States is now obesity. And so we have a program with this shred that people can get healthy on the inside, okay, by, reducing the toxins, the fat, you know, starting to feed the cells really, really good food, making such a difference. Because what I'm seeing, Amber, and I know you're seeing this, is that you guys did a 10-day shred. Then you turned around and started to invite.
Yes.
Okay, so now there's 30 of you shredding. And those of you that did the shred the first time, by the time you get done shredding the second time, the differences and the reduction of inflammation was so amazing. But here's the deal. In the 5 days that you took off in between shred 1 and shred 2, okay, your cravings had changed. You didn't go back to your old habits. And that's what we're seeing with people who do shred, take a break, shred, take a break. They don't go back to their old lifestyle. They don't go back to their old habits. They are keeping some of the disciplines in that 5-day break, and they are so excited to come back again. This shred program becomes a lifestyle change.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, how many people do you have shredding now, Amber?
So we have over 200 people in our group, and it's so awesome. We run our shred on the first and third Monday, but of course we do have shredders that will maybe work at their own schedule. That's just like our official group. And so people will come on, they can shred anytime they want to. We coach them through it, and exactly what Terri has said is so true. I just had a guy finish his first shred, and his wife sent me a text that he had sent to her, and he basically said, you need to tell Amber that I'm so mad at her. And these are his words, I was fat and happy, and then she came along, and she started putting all these ideas about this food in my head. And today's my day 11, and I tried to go eat a cheeseburger, and I didn't even like it. And so she responded, she goes, well, clearly you weren't fat and happy, honey, because this was your idea. But, you know, I saw him today, you guys, at the grocery store, and he's been my client for a while now, for probably about the past 3 months. He was very successful in the program I had him on, but it was a long program. We were working together for a good 60 days. And so for him to have this result where it was so fast, it was so quick, and he's never eaten this clean in his life. Wow. When I saw him today at the grocery store, I almost didn't recognize him. I mean, it's unbelievable. So what we're seeing is not only are they shredders for life, they are raving fans of their Juice Plus because they are experiencing all of the products, and they are really seeing what's happening in their body when they're pouring and flooding it with whole food nutrition.
Amber, I want you to really make a clarifying point here, because this is so important. You've really drawn the line in the sand that the shred program is not just doing the complete, or it's not doing just the fruits and vegetables and the complete. Talk to me about how you've drawn the line in the sand and why.
Okay, so initially, you know, just as you're launching a new program, you're going to have things that come up. You're going to have those, well, I just want to do the orchard garden, or can I just do the shakes, or lots of different things, right? So for us, we have a Healthy Living Rules page. We have a customer care page where we serve all of our customers. And they on that page have access to the Healthy Living Rules. They have access to the T30 resources, and they have access, you know, to One Simple Change. This is a focused group of people who are all in. And here's the deal. When you start to get with a group like this, for 10 days, I'm asking them to commit to themselves and to this group. And I am committing to them that I'm going to help them through this. When you start to have people in a group that are not as committed, and I can promise you, if they're just Orchard Garden customers or they're just complete customers, they're not as committed, you start to now change the dynamic of the group. And I felt complete peace of mind to be able to explain to my customers that weren't willing to come on at this level that I make no bones about it. It's an intense program. It is a focused group that is for people who are taking all of the products. If you do not want to do that, that's okay. We love that you're going to get started with Juice Plus. That's why we have our other customer care pages, so that you can make one simple change, or you can embrace the Healthy Living Rule. The 10-day shred is really set apart because our goal goal is to partner with people to help them have an experience in 10 days, and that takes focus.
Right, and it takes all the products to have the experience in 10 days.
Correct.
Very well said. Okay, Amber, I want you to talk about how the Shred program has impacted your business,
Okay.
growth, expansion. Talk to us about what's been happening with you.
So when we came on board with the 10-day shred, of course, I needed to try it myself. And I was very skeptical, you guys, for a lot of reasons. One, Juice Plus is not about weight loss. It is so important that you understand that you don't make it all about that. That's not what this is about. If it was not about health, there was no way I was going to look at it or do it. When I saw the rules for myself, I'm actually like, what am I going to eat? So I knew that I wanted my leaders on my team to have a really good experience. And we were very strategic about who we asked to do this initial shred with us. From there, we opened it up to our team. We asked our team if they wanted to shred. We helped them have an experience. From there, we opened it up to our customer base. We asked our customers, and they could make it public, and they start sharing and bringing in new people. And so what we were doing was duplication. When we bring shredders in, we text them 2 to 3 times a day. So technically the first 5 days of their shred, we try to send them 3 text messages a day. The last 5 days of their shred, at least 2. So I was doing this with my reps. That way they would know exactly what to duplicate. What happens in this customer group is we've kind of set up some parameters. We ask people if they will make a post once a day if they're shredding, maybe to encourage someone, to give us an update, things like that. Now, I'll tell you, as the group gets bigger, that's a little bit, the dynamic of a group can change. However, what we see is the people who are shredding are still so engaged. And oftentimes in my text message to them, I'll say like, hey, my challenge for you today is to post something that's going to encourage someone else, or post what you had for lunch on the shred page to share with everyone. So we still can encourage them in that way. Well, what you're doing is you're teaching them how to post, right? You're helping them have this experience. You're creating these raving fans. And let's just say that someone starts their shred today on August 1st, and they have an incredible experience in 10 days. They actually still have time to join our team, to join our mission, to share their experience, and to invite others to have that same experience. And now they are equipped to coach them because they've been coached. So just like the HLP is the easiest thing about our business, it's the simplest, promotion that we have. 10 days is a quick, simple way to basically train a rep. Every single customer is coming on board, and I am training them to be a rep. Whether they join team or not, that's my mindset. And what happens is, they're buying so much product initially, it's an easy offer for them. We always, tell our clients there are 3 ways that you can join our mission. It's super simple. We go through that. But if they still want to have an experience first, they're going to have one in 10 days. In the past, if a lot of people said, I want to wait until I have an experience, well, maybe that's in 4 months. You're asking them when there's that next reshipment. This has happened so quickly. What has happened on our team, not just from a pay line, you can look at the graphs. It's just unbelievable to see what's happened with the pay line. But this month, our team brought on 20 new distributors. That's never happened in my organization ever, okay? I need to analyze. It's all happening so fast. I don't even know how many of those HLP, but several. And many of those that came on late in the month in the HLP before their deadline. So we're just seeing them have this great experience, but then we're helping them to also have a very quick experience in the business as well.
Amber, I know that you don't want to brag, but I know that last month your pay line grew 6,000 PVC in 1 month.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And I know that growth, you maintained that growth again this month.
Yes.
And one of the beauties of the Shred program from a business point of view is that everybody gets on the trios, the fruits, the vegetables, the berries. And of course, that pricing is never going to change. That's $71 a month. But people are committing to buying, you know, a box of Juice Plus Complete every single month on an ARO. And what that is doing is that is really driving the momentum. But because they're having the experience, you know, they want to keep with it. They want to stay with the Complete. And you are engaging them and educating them. So I see that box of Complete showing up at that doorstep every month forever. So
it's awesome. Can I say one more thing, Terri?
Oh, yeah.
So this is just really cool. We had I've had restaurants, you guys, contact me. Can you help us write a Shred program? Can you help, or a Shred menu? It started out in the town that I live in, and these people would go in there and they're like looking at the menu, and they're, you know, they would hear people talking and they would just start to hear that word shred, shred, shred. Then a client said, hey, you need to get with Amber. It'd be really cool if y'all could do this. So I get contacted. Well, then that gave me this idea that every restaurant needs a Shred menu. Okay, so other towns I'm meeting with small restaurant owners and helping them to take their menu, tweak it a tiny bit, and they have these Shred menus that they're just laminating and sitting out there. What an opportunity. And we even had this, one of the restaurant owners joined our team because people are going to be saying when they see a Shred menu sitting there. This is a movement. This is a movement. A woman posted, she's not even on my team. She's a customer. She posts, oh, I'm in Walmart shopping for my groceries. All I hear is Shred. Is this Shred approved? Shred, Shred, Shred. She's posting this and tags me in it. Her friends are like, what's the 10-day Shred? Tell me about this Shred. I reach out to her. I'm like, girl, you totally are, would you be open, you know, to me showing you what it is that I do? You're already doing it. This is so crazy. You need to get your friends to Shred with us. Do you want me to reach out with you? And she's like, yeah, sure. Okay. That's really how it's happening. It's so authentic. It's just so fun. We don't make it harder than it is. We're getting people excited, and they're excited about their health, and they're excited about the results that they're seeing, and they're excited that it's spilling over into their families. That's how we do this. It's awesome.
You know, when we spoke about 2.5, 3 months ago, and you were just starting to dive into that, remember I said, you know, I want Amber Weaver to become the voice and the face of Shred in East Texas, and you have done that. And so this is a movement. This is an exciting movement. It's so much fun. All right, Michelle Malloy, unmute yourself, because I would love for you to, can you hear me, Michelle? Michelle Malloy. Michelle Malloy had a great Shred experience this past Saturday. Michelle?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, okay, honey, go ahead. Talk to us about, you had an appointment? Go ahead.
Yes. Well, it started the Friday night before, and our Shred experience with our team really started on July 5th when some of us really just quietly started doing the Shred just like Amber did. I wasn't ready to promote it with my customers, and I just wanted to have a pure, honest experience with the Shred, and I did have one, and it was so amazing that I had to start sharing it. And so we had an event on Friday, and we are starting our third Shred. So the second Shred, more and more reps jumped on board, and now everyone is sharing it. And so these reps wanted to have an event. So we had one. I think we had 3 reps and 3 guests. All 3 guests signed up for Shred. And 2, it just made sense that they would come on board now and get their 2 buddies to come along with them right immediately, even without an experience. So that rep got 2 new reps. And then the very next day, I had a rep. She had called me some time ago to book a small event at her salon. She's an esthetician, and she's been in the system as a VF for a very long time. She had 2 ladies that wanted to hear about Juice Plus. So I went out there and we had a wonderful time just sharing as women. We're talking about Juice Plus, we're talking about the shred, and they both signed up for the shred. But they also bought bars and Trio for their husband, and it was amazing. And they both signed up as reps, and they are very excited to get started. They're already ordering business cards and apparel, and they're already kind of team building. So I just feel like this program is really something that's so needed for women. And like what was said at the top of the hour, how you go 10 days and then you take a little bit of time off. There's something just very mental about that women can wrap their minds around and express, just get great results, and then they just want to share it. So that's been my experience.
And what I love about this is that we have the tool to engage these people now. We have with the Facebook pages and the texting, the education continues, the engagement, because we know it's all about engagement. We know we've got to keep our customers engaged. So they feel like they're part of a community, they're educated, and they're going to stay with it. I would love to just share one health story. Tish Clayton, can you unmute yourself? Because Tish has a great, very personal story she wants to share. Go ahead, Tish.
Hey, yeah, I've been doing the shred and I've had a great result. My husband, who has never, ever, ever jumped on board with anything in his whole life, when we came back from Jamaica, says, "Oh, I can do that." A lot of y'all know my husband. He's precious. I adore him. But he, like most men, carried his weight in his belly. His pants are baggy in the back. His legs are thin, and he just had this big belly. So he really, I just am so proud of him. He went into this and he committed 100%. And he has lost, I think, like 22, 23 pounds, which is great because it's kind of a side effect of nourishing your body properly is you're going to lose weight if you need to. But the best part is his belly is like flat. Like he has lost all that visceral fat that just surrounds his vital organs, including his heart, and he has heart disease anyway. So this is probably the best thing he could ever do. He literally looks like a little orphan child when he gets dressed in the mornings. His belt is tucked under, and his pants are all puckered under his belt. And he says he's not buying any new pants because he's not done yet. I am so proud of him. So for any of y'all that have hubbies that you wish would get on board, call me. He will talk to them. I will talk to them. The belly fat that men can lose when they nourish their body has been amazing. Watching him go through this process and commit has been so much fun.
Thank you, Tish. Okay, guys, I'm just going to wrap it up with one or two thoughts. Those of you that have known me for a long time know that, I'm all about health at the cellular level. It's what I talk about. It's what I preach. There's not one of you here on this Zoom call that hasn't private messaged me and said, "Terri, can you give me a message about this? Can you leave me a message about that?" And so for me, it's always been about nourishing the cells. It's always been about removing that low-level tissue. So what if we could wrap our minds around the fact that this shred is shredding those weak tissues, okay, that literally contribute to all of the autoimmune disasters? What if we're shredding those tissues? What if we're actually shredding cancer cells? What if? What if? So on that note, Amber Weaver, thank you so much. Okay, I want you to know one thing, Amber Weaver. You made NMD, darling, by choice, not by chance. Okay? Your transformation happened, Amber, when you put a stake in the ground and you said, "Yes, I will." Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being with us tonight. Peace and blessings. Love ya.
Thanks, y'all. Congratulations, Amber.
Great call.
Congratulations, Amber.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.